Well, Ethereum has just activated a major change called the London hard fork. It's got plenty of people in the crypto world talking, and plenty are very bullish as well. For more, we're joined by Matt Harry of DigitalX every single Friday. Great to see you, mate. So you got to explain this to me, please. What is this all about? I love the name, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah. And look, you're not alone, Adrian, and very nice to see you as well. I enjoy our regular Friday chats. But so we spoke a little bit about the London hard fork last week. Basically, what it means is that there's been a change to how fees are levied on the Ethereum network, resulting in a burning, as we call it, of transaction fees. So what that means is that each transaction that occurs on the Ethereum blockchain leads to a removal of a portion of total Ethereum supply from circulation. Now, you might ask why that's important. Well, it's important because one of the major criticisms of Ethereum against Ethereum holding its value over the longer term has been this kind of feature of having an unlimited supply. So arguably, with this limitation to supply, Ethereum moves one step closer to being a deflationary asset, much like Bitcoin. And hence it should be able to hold its value over the longer term a little bit better. So it's a really exciting upgrade, and it's a major step towards the larger upgrade to Ethereum 2.0, which is the switch from proof of work mining to proof of stake mining, which happens early next year. So very, very positive that it all went off without a hitch this week.
And so in terms of the price movement, I've just had a look at it. So July 20, which was, God, it's hard to remember what date it is, but it was only about a week and a half or so ago, 1,700 in terms of the price. It's now jumped about $1,000, which is something like 66 odd percent, maybe even more. So people are obviously bullish on this. They're liking the move in many ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, there was a bit of concern that it would be a buy the rumour, sell the fact or sell the news type of event, but Ethereum's held in very, very well. The upgrade went through yesterday, 24 hours ago, and we still continue to see Ethereum trade higher. We have seen fairly muted price action in the past few days on Bitcoin. We did achieve a high of around 42,000 US dollars. Understandably, after a run from 30,000, there was some profit taking, but encouragingly, the market held in very, very well around the 37,000 US dollar mark. Quite a significant medium-term support point there. Where we're sitting at the moment, we are sitting basically equal distance from two CME gaps. So what that means is the Bitcoin futures contract that trades on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange from time to time between close and open will gap in terms of price, and those gaps can act as real magnets for price action. So we have a CME gap down at 33K US and another one at 48,000 US. Which one gets filled first? I don't know. I think at least one or possibly both of them will get filled over time. But I think with the Ethereum hard fork leading price action in Bitcoin, believe it or not, because it's dragging Ethereum higher, I think we probably test higher initially. I think the first stopping point for Ethereum is probably around 3,100 US, and that should take us with Bitcoin somewhere around the mid 40,000 range. There is a fairly significant resistance level around $44,500.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure. And just finally, we were covering the story, I think, over the past week around US regulators taking a closer look at crypto. Break this one down. Why was this interesting for you?
It was pretty interesting this week. There was a $1 trillion infrastructure bill submitted in the United States, a 2,500-page document, no less. As part of that, we saw US lawmakers again talking about greater crypto regulation. There were three key themes that they covered off. One was crime and tax evasion. There was stablecoin regulation. And also they spoke about the potential for further investment vehicles like a Bitcoin ETF. So actually quite encouraging. The head of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, is very, very much across Bitcoin and blockchain technologies, having taught them at MIT. And he said that his major concern really is the marketing and trading of unlicensed securities. So how do you know if a digital asset project would be classified as a security? Well, you apply the Howey test. Now, not many people know how to apply the Howey test on a day-to-day basis. So a good cheat code is to have a look at whether the project is truly decentralized. It is likely a security if it is relying on a central controlling entity to drive the project and generate profit. So there's a fair bit of regulatory risk around still for investors, and that's why you go with a company that has 8 years experience in the space like DigitalX. We know which digital asset projects are likely to be classified as securities. We don't include those in our portfolios, and hence there's a real reduction of regulatory risk going with a listed entity that knows the space. But look, from the bigger picture, regulation in our eyes is a really, really good thing. We welcome these discussions. Regulation at the end of the day leads to greater investor protections and improved access to the space. So I think a lot of people external to our space think that crypto people are anti-regulation. That is absolutely not the case. Yeah. We welcome it, and we also like to contribute to the conversation here locally in driving local regulation forward.
Yeah, and a lot of other people are saying that as well. It's interesting to have these conversations with someone like you and other people in the crypto world. A lot of you are for regulation, but you're right, a lot of people that don't know too much would not understand that for a second. So it's great to be able to have that conversation and learn more about it. Mate, enjoy your weekend back in lockdown. Hopefully all is well with the family. Take care of yourself. We'll get there. We'll talk soon.
All is well. Thanks, mate. Bye-bye.
Good stuff, mate.